Welcome back to the second half of Newsbreak Live, and joining me tonight is President of the Southern California Life Steamers Organization, Daisy Lee. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. How are you?
Good, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on, and you're about to talk about a hidden gem in the city of Torrance. And before we get into the exciting event coming up this weekend, tell me about what happened this past weekend.
Well, we had our 500,000th rider, a 500,000 rider, boarded this Saturday. We kind of knew what time it would happen, but when it was a little girl, she rode, and we had a fantastic time. Considering that there's only about 145,000 residents in Torrance, a 500,000 riders is pretty amazing.
How did it feel to reach that milestone?
It's fantastic. Like I said, we have riders now who are bringing their grandchildren, and it's just 500,000 riders. It's a fantastic milestone for us, and it just so happened that it is also our 75th year in existence.
That's so exciting. And for people watching right now, if they're like, what is that and where is it? Tell them about the mini railroad track right at Wilson Park and the purpose of the Southern California Life Steamers Organization.
Well, we're there because we enjoy trains and we want to share our love for trains. It is in Wilson Park at the back area where the picnic tables are. We do give train rides twice a month, on the first Sunday and the third Saturday of the month. First Sundays from 11 to 3 and Saturdays from noon to 3. It's free. We welcome donations. We operate solely through donations, but families come and have a great time.
How did the railroad, the mini railroad, end up in the city of Torrance? It wasn't always there, correct?
No, 75 years ago, it was a very expensive hobby from members or founding members' backyard. And then they outgrew that and moved to Irene Lewis's backyard, which is now the current Lomita Railroad Museum. And then in 1987, for the Torrance's 75th anniversary, the organization was invited to move to its current location in Wilson Park to provide free train rides as part of the 75th Jubilee for the city. And we've been there since then.
Great. And how has it been? I know you mentioned to me that it's a hidden gem.
Well, it's in the back lot, and not too many people really know. Every run day, we still have a number of people who are there for the first time.
Wow.
It used to be a railroad yard, so it was a plot of dirt that was slowly improved. We've been there almost 30 years now, and it just slowly grew, and it started with just one run day a month on Sunday, and now the last 4 or 5 years, we're there twice a month.
And we just talked about reaching a milestone. This weekend, you're celebrating in a different way the 75th Jubilee with a fundraiser excursion. So let's talk about what people can expect, because you still have time to buy tickets.
Yes, you do. We decided as part of our Jubilee to go on a full-scale train ride. We're going on a private train car from LA to San Luis Obispo and back. It's from about 7:30 and returning about 7:20 at night. They can see beautiful coast that the views are not accessible through motor vehicle. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner is included on your all-day excursion.
Tell me more about how this idea came about and about the Silver Splendor, which I have as a restored dome lounge dining car that was built in 1956. It's pretty amazing.
Well, when we get together for the Free Public Run Day, we're there to work and share a love for trains. So we thought it would be a fantastic time for us to just sit down and enjoy each other along with invited guests. And then it's part of our 75th anniversary celebration. We decided to open up the trip also to guests who can join us, spend the whole day with us. It is a fundraiser because our goal also is to have a commemorative, a new engine for the trains that hopefully will haul the next 500,000 riders.
How much are tickets? And what does it include?
Tickets is $300 each rider. Children up until 12, from 10 to 12, are $200. It includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The dome car is a second story, all glass. So when you look out the window, you'll see the ocean in some parts. The first time I took this trip, I thought, what happened to the tracks? I was just amazed. It's really gorgeous. And then there are also certain areas where you see restricted areas, just beautiful landscape for the Southern California. Again, breakfast, when you're bored, you can enjoy breakfast with, coffee, mimosa, and lunch will be included,
Sounds
and then
delicious.
dinner and a champagne toast for our 75th anniversary.
How can people sign up for this?
Since it's already this weekend, the best way is for them, they can email me right now at president@southern-california-livesteamers.org, and when I get home, I can call them back with the information. I will need to provide our vendor with the passenger manifest by tomorrow evening, so I'll make arrangements to contact them and pick up the information as well as the funds.
You mentioned this is a fundraiser to hopefully get a new engine. What are you hoping for when it comes to the future of this mini railroad? I know your organization has faced some unfortunate hurdles in the recent past.
Well, fortunately, we've been there 25 years, and we just recently signed a renewal with the city. Our partnership extends through 2014, so we do hope to be able to provide free train rides until 2040. We recently were hit with back-to-back vandalism, theft, and also just like last Friday, we had a brush fire in the back of our property. So we operate through donations. So anything that the fundraiser for this trip will hopefully get us a new engine that will replace the one that was just part of the vandalism from last summer.
I know many times you're out there on the ride days, and I'm sure families have made this a tradition to bring their children. Tell me about some of those experiences you've seen.
Well, some of them, for instance, they come there for the picnic. It's part of the partnership with the city. They book their picnic parties in the park in Wilson Park, and they coincide it when we're there. So you'll see train loads of birthday celebrants. Just this weekend, we had 3 friends. They all turned 3 years old. There were 3 of them, and there must have been a party of 60 riding 4 or 5 trains.
Well, thank you so much for coming on my show. I hope to another 500,000 riders, and then you'll come back and talk about that.
Thank you so much. And again, you guys, please join us. We still have a few seats this weekend. Feel free to contact me and hope you can join us.
Great. And Daisy's email address where you can email her to get more information is president@southern-california-steamers.org. And it is their 75th Jubilee Silver Splendor excursion. So if you have any more information, feel free to email her.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that does it for Newsbreak Live. Don't forget to tune in at 7 p.m. for the Torrance City Council meeting. And if you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. And for Facebook and Twitter users, use hashtag #NewsbreakLive. Have a great night.